The 10 ways to get your credit score up. From real life experience, I'm going to tell you step by step how I got my credit score up. It was some random person. Everybody's making money off of you. Every time you get anything that goes to collections and you owe money for, it's a random person that bought that debt from that phone company. So for example,
you ever meet someone who just moves different? Doesn't even talk loud, doesn't chase attention, but when he steps in, the energy naturally shifts. That's him. No titles, no theatrics, just
Hey family, what's going on? This Lessons, I'm going to give you the 10 ways to get your credit score up. From real life experience, I'm going to tell you step by step how I got my credit score up. I'm not some kind of guru or somebody that's just trying to sell you something. I'm telling you step by step what I did. So let's give you those 10 ways and I'm going to break it down for you. First, you have to educate yourself. Like a lot of us, we grew up not knowing anything about credit. Some are more luckier than others. Once I understood why I couldn't get an apartment, why I couldn't get a car, why I couldn't get this loan, then it made perfect sense how important credit is. Credit is everything in America. We don't have anything that we own. Everything's always loaned or borrowed. All right, so you got to educate yourself. We have 3 different bureaus that utilizes our credit score, and that's how you get the lump sum of what your credit is. Your credit is basically saying you're a trustworthy person, you're going to pay your things on time, and we can give you a loan. As you become older, it becomes more important. You got more bills, you got more things to take care of. Credit is a life hack, especially if you want to own a business one day. There's so many things you can learn, so many free videos. So let's start with this. You're on the right track watching this video. Number 2, once I understood how important credit was, because I literally couldn't do anything without it. Then you got to understand, if you're already in debt, that means you have, it was fun at first. I have friends that get credit cards, max them out, never pay them back, getting tablets, getting all type of things, and they thought they were finessing, right? But then you'll get spam calls back to back about paying your bill. You'll constantly get these calls. One thing I did not know, when they call you, you never admit. You never say that this is your debt. You never say, yeah, I'll pay it back later, or everything's recorded. Everything's documented. So you got to act like a lawyer. You got to act like it's business time. So you always say, I need proof. I don't know this debt. It's my name on there. Do you have the paperwork? Can you email it to me? You need proof, proof, proof. That way, later on, when you dispute it, you'll be perfect and you'll have some type of leverage, right? So when they call you, never admit that this is your debt without paperwork, writing, or email, because number one thing people don't know, and I didn't know, this is a hustle. This is a business. Every little thing you do, somebody's making money off of it. Example, I was with this phone company. They'll call me, and I did not want to pay this debt because it wasn't something that I did, right? And I learned later on that wasn't even this phone company. It was some random person. Everybody's making money off of you. Every time you get anything that goes to collections and you owe money for, it's a random person that bought that debt from that phone company. So for example, let's say, all right, Sprint has, I don't even think Sprint exists anymore, but let's say Sprint has 100 people or 1,000 people that didn't collect on their debt. There's going to be some random bill collecting company that's going to buy that debt off of them. So let's say you got 1,000 people. I'll give you $100 each. So let me get you, no, not $100. Let's say $20 each. So 1,000 times 20, $20,000, or it's even smaller than that. They got people that just do this just, as a side hobby. All right, this dude owes about $300. Let me buy that debt for $50. And then they're calling and hassling you. Hey, I needed $300. So now you just made $250 profit if you paid them back. and then it's still on your credit report. We're going to go on that. So never admit it, have proof. Majority of the time, they just bought your debt for cheap and then trying to make a profit off of you. So they might not even have the proof that that's even your debt. Number 3, this goes right into it. So since it's not even the company you owe, all you have to do is bargain with them. If they have the proof, it's not worth fighting. It's going to be a hassle. The best thing you can do, your next step, and what I did, I worked 2-3 jobs, paying off all my debt. Some of that could be a mistake. I'm going to go into that later. But if you're trying to pay it off, easiest way to always bargain with them. All right, you owe 300. We need it. We need it. It's not my debt, but if you agree to remove it from my credit report, or always try to get them to remove it so it's just gone. I will pay the 250, or they'll say we can bring it down to 175. All right, deal. Shake hands. They still made money off of it, but the hardest thing is getting it paid and getting it removed. So sometimes they'll let you bargain with the price, but not remove it. That typically, I'll go into that more, but that typically could be 7 years down the line. I had a whole bunch of credit or a whole bunch of things that I paid off, but I didn't know it was still hurting my credit. So it was like, what's the point of paying it off? Because now I still got to wait 7 years, but you got to keep an eye on that because sometimes they'll redo it and still keep you in your credit report longer than 7 years. So the next thing, once you paid all your debt off and start doing disputes. Number 5, start doing disputes. So the best thing to use is download the Expedia app. The Expedia app, you can dispute easily. Make it simple. Not all these BS letters and all this extra stuff, extra effort. You literally can do it on your phone now. Technology is a blessing. So all you got to do is download Expedia. There's thousands of videos, thousands of articles, how to step by step use this certain verbiage. You even got ChatGPT, and it'll tell you everything you got to hit on, everything you owe, the years. You break down your whole credit report right there on your phone, and it's free. So I'll show you the website. All right, here we go. All you do is Google and go to Xperia.com. And then download the app as well. You can go on your computer, or I just have it on my phone. I check it every week, make sure my credit is good. If it hits, and it's a good way to learn. All right, I applied for this. This hit me. I paid this off. All right, it got it going up. How much utilization did I use this week? And we'll go into that. So that's the Expedia app. And then you can also get an annual report for free mailed to you. Full paper breakdown, every little thing. You're tracked. You're tracked since you're born, since you got your birth certificate. So everything's on paperwork. Now it's on a computer. You can get all of that. All right. Mistakes. These are huge mistakes people use all the time. It's not even really, you're a kid and you're poor, then your mom put your name on the light bill and now you woo woo. But a lot of people make mistakes allowing people to, use you as a cosigner. Number 7, don't be a cosigner. Don't put your name on things. Don't let other people use things that are in your name because they will not pay for it. They will not fix it. You let somebody drive your car that's not on the insurance, boom, that's totaled. That's on you. You have a family member that wants to get a car, their credit's messed up, and you want to be a cosigner, boom, that's on you if they miss payments. That's a prime example of what I did. So they missed payments, my credit dropped 100 when I was trying to fix it up. So then I had to take over the car and pay the car off because I didn't trust that person to pay for it. All right. So once again, number 7, do not co-sign for anybody or let anybody use anything in your name. Be careful. Hold your Social Security sacred. Okay. There's a lot of scammers out there. Then number 8, continue to build your credit history. A lot of us were young. We might not have no debt, no nothing. We still can't get anything. Still can't get approved. You have to build your credit history. Yeah, you look cool. You look like a nice person, but I don't know if I could trust you with this amount of money or this vehicle if you never paid rent, you never paid for anything, you never had a loan. How can I know you'll pay me back? Unless you got thousands and thousands of dollars on your savings or in your checkings account. How will I know you can afford this? You know what I mean? We're 18, 20, just getting out of college, didn't have a job, just going to school. So that's why a lot of things are more expensive and harder for younger folks. But some parents, they have you, I'll go into that later. Some parents can have you set as soon as you're 18. All right. So when you're building your credit history, this is how you do it for number 8. You will get you a self card, a self credit card. It's a secure credit card. I'll show you a picture of it as well. But the self credit card, I got this. You'll literally put your own cash in. You can start $100, $300. So you'll put your money in there, and then they'll give you that credit card. How much cash you put in is how much you could use on the credit card. So they're not losing any money. But you can finesse this process to build credit and get your credit score up, because you'll literally only use it maybe for gas or just a little meal. You're only using 30%. So if you put 100 in, you're only using $30. You put 200 in, you're using $60. So the more you put in, the more you can use. You never use the full credit card, and you always pay it off on time. I typically try to pay it off before even the end. Like I'll do 3, 4, maybe 5 days before the end of the month and just pay it clean off. Some people want to wait till the day after, whatever you want to do. But me, I typically pay it off before the day comes up, before the end of the month. Because sometimes it could take 3 to 5 business days to even go in and pay off. But 30% self credit card. I'll show you a picture of it. All right. Okay. All you have to do is type in self credit card. Boom. And you get it right away. And this is what it looks like. Is it not showing? Share this tab. Got you. Sorry about that. Self credit card. Here it goes. Easy peasy. And then once you can, another mistake. People don't want to do this right away because they're busy paying off debt or they think it doesn't matter. Let's say you still have to wait 7 years to get a big thing off your credit report. If you've been doing this for 7 years, once that comes off, boom, it shows you've been doing this for 7 years. It still benefits you. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to be. So you might as well start now, because it's your own money and you're using only 30%. If you just do $100, boom. And then once your credit goes up where you can get approved for a credit card on your own, you get your money back. You're not losing. It's a win-win. Credit cards, they pry on you for not having knowledge and using the interest if you're not paying it back on time to make money. So kind of finesse the system and get back on that. All right. Once you get that, your credit's up, you're able to get cards. You can get a cashback card. A cashback card, every time you use it, you get cash. You get rewards. I have a nice cashback card, and let's say I use it for like food and gas. You can even use it to pay certain bills, your auto insurance, and you're getting money for paying your bills. It's not a lot, but you can get a certain good percentage of paying your bills back. Some people use it for flyer mileage. You can get free flights. A Home Depot card. If you're trying to get you a house or start flip homes and fix them up, you can use your credit from your card to buy paint and materials to fix the house up. And then once you sell the house, just pay the card back. There's so many you can do. You can have a business account card where you can get thousands of dollars for your business. I have a Firestone car. So number one thing is when cars break down, and if your car break down, you go to Firestone. They give you 6 months to pay it off. A lot of things I learned from having a girlfriend that had a great credit score. We were making about the same. I had to pay everything up front in cash. She got to pay hers off in a year or 6 months, no interest. just because of her credit score. So of course she can get more. Of course she looks like she's doing better. So that's how I learned how important it was. Even when you're getting a car or a home, your interest or how much you got to pay down, it's on your credit score. It's crazy how that works. It's a crazy business, man. It's here to scam you. Number 9, never close accounts. This is something I recently learned about 2 years ago. So I'll get a new card. All right, this one's shitty. Let me get rid of it, close it out. It's terrible. This still hits your credit score when you close out cards. All you have to do is literally not use it. It will be a few years going by, and then they'll call you. Do you want to close this account? I was like, I don't use it, but if you want to close it without hitting me, and like you let that bank or that company close it out for you. They'll give you a letter and call you and to make sure there's no penalty. But usually you just keep it, and then say you got 4 cards. This is 3,000, 2,000, 500. All that adds up to how much credit utilization you have and how much you're using. But still, use this only 30% for that specific card, right? So don't close out cards. Let them close it out for you. That's number 9. Number 10. Hey, depends when you want to work, what type of benefits you want to have. But joining the military helped me, get my credit score up exponentially, like great, like speed, like fast, because they'll help you get a card because they know you got a salary, you're going to get paid, and you need your clearance. So you need to get out of debt. So you got to have a certain clearance to get out of debt. So they'll give you a card at boot camp, give you a military bank account. Navy Fed is great. If you're a civilian, Bank of America, all these big banks are great. They'll help you out. But Navy Fed is a great one. And they'll give you a cashback card. Even if your credit's low, they'll help you out because now you have a salary, you're a military member, and you have your VA loan. So once you get a home and you have a VA loan, boom, after 6 months after getting my home, paying it on time, boom, my credit score rose. And then I recently just had something that hit 7 years and I disputed it, boom, went right up. And it's a good feeling to have that. Now you have access and opportunities to other things. So you got a government job or you just want to do old school and wait. It literally took me 4 years to get my credit score up. And I was saving money, paying debt off, just building my credit. Another hack, which I was mentioning with the parents, right? You can also put your name on someone else's credit. You should have, what's it called? Basically, you'll have access to their card. You'll be, what's the word? Authorized user. Sorry about that. You can be an authorized user. So you have opportunity to look at their card. I did this for my brother since he's trying to get his credit up as well. But he's an authorized user, but I did not mail him a credit card. He has access to get it. So make sure you have somebody you trust. But now my utilization and my credit history from having that card will look like he had that card from all those years and making all those payments. That's a cheat code. There's people that offer you that access to their card or their business card, and you have to pay them month by month, and then they'll take you off as authorized user later on. Be very careful. A lot of scammers. Make sure it's someone you trust. If you do that, I don't advise it. I advise is working hard, doing it on your own. Cheat codes never work. Sometimes it's just hard grind, but you can be authorized user. Parents do this, and by the time the kid's 18, he has an 800 credit score. But learning, always getting wisdom, trial and error. Number one thing, be very patient. Like I said, it took 4 or 5 years. I was driving trucks before I did the military, and I was just saving money, paying things off, paid my car off. That way I have less bills, less of a headache. Because if I wanted to buy a home, I have to be stable. I have to have some type of credit. I have to have good income. So just being patient. As you become older, you're not obsessed with shoes, cars, women, going out, partying. It's all expensive. So becoming an older man or woman, you understand how important the end of the road is. getting life insurance, getting your savings for retirement, getting you a TSP. A lot of these banks, they have these TSP accounts, get you a Roth IRA. These are things, having 6 months of savings for emergencies. But credit cards are great for an emergency, like a card for, if my car break down and I don't have enough to fix it. These are things in the past you couldn't do as a kid, but you have to kind of go through to become wiser and see how important it is. But if you're focused and you make sacrifices, it'll help you in the long end. You have, delayed gratification. Everybody looks like they're partying and going crazy. They're going to pay for it in their 40s and 50s. You don't want to be that old person working at Walmart. If you got to do it, you got to do it. But, I kind of cut that off 25, 27. That's when, 30 hitting. I'm 31. So 30 hit, boom, it's game mode, like it's game time. You're not that young kid anymore. If you want to have family and be successful, you got to do big boy things. You got to get your things in order. That means make a sacrifice, not hanging out all the time, not sometimes take a break from dating. That's very expensive. Get you a budget, get you a check sheet, get you a notepad with things, a list you got to get done for the day. Just keep growing and learning. I don't want to overly preach, but that's your 10 things to get your credit score up. Now you work 4 or 5 years, you got all those mistakes out the way, you got your credit score up. This is how you're going to keep it up. Just pay your bills on time. Keep your credit card balance low, 30%. Don't miss payments. Check your credit report regularly. Experian. Keep your old accounts open. Mix it up. Healthy credit cards, auto loans. Loans aren't bad. It just shows that you have the withdrawal to pay it off. Limit hard inquiries. Yeah, you don't want to get hard inquiries. Don't want to keep applying for things. Keep applying for things. Wait a little bit. Only if you need it. You don't need 50 cards. Don't open too many new accounts at once. You don't want to do that all in one day, 1 week. Dispute errors on your report. If you see something, scam alert. That's why it's good to have that Experian app. You can see something that looks funny and check it right away. That's how I knew somebody had my credit card and was using it. This happens a lot. If you have somebody that has your credit card number, boom, your Experian apps or even your bank now will call you and let you know, yeah, cancel that. And they'll pay you back. But you don't want to wait too long and you're not paying attention. Even if you're not making a lot of money, you need to pay attention. And be patient, stay consistent. All right. So that's it for today. Great lesson. Literally how I got my credit up. Make sure if you're struggling to pay things back, work an extra dollar. You're going to just have to sacrifice or get you a trade. I got a CDL. I got my CDL in 3 months. My income doubled from working 2 jobs. My income doubled, tripled. So boom, I just had to work 1 job and now I could save money. You can live in the truck, get you a little roommate, do something. These are hard times and this is how important it is. This is how little tricks the rich have to make free money and have more opportunities. Okay. I think that covers it all. All right, y'all. Have a blessed day and I'll catch y'all next time. And leave a comment, some likes, subscribe. Let me know what's something else you want to learn. These are literally life experiences. I just want to be big bro, pass them on. And I do have a reaction page also. Show some love, help a brother out. It's called Unc Lessons Reacts. And it's just like a funny reaction channel. But these are more educational. Okay. See you again. Bye.